You're watching Hornbill TV's Prime Time. The global geopolitical landscape is witnessing a seismic shift as the European Union (EU) by votes towards India, signaling a significant departure from its traditional reliance on the United States, while in a move that has sent ripples through international diplomatic circles. The EU has announced a comprehensive strategic and security partnership with India, placing its trust in the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi amidst growing global instability. The decision comes at a time when European nations are increasingly wary of the shifting political climate in Washington. Tensions over issues like Ukraine, Venezuela and Greenland, coupled with a perceived unpredictability in US foreign policy, has led Brussels to seek more stable and reliable partners. European leaders have identified India as a key democratically capable of providing the strategic balance needed in the modern world. The EU's foreign policy chief and vice president of the European Commission, Kaja Kallas, announced the new security and defense partnership during a session at the European Parliament. While this landmark agreement is set to expand cooperation in critical areas such as maritime security, counterterrorism and cyber defense. By aligning their security interests, both India and the EU aim to ensure a free and open Indo-Pacific, countering coercive tactics and protecting vital sea lanes that are essential for global trade. The partnership will be officially sealed during the 16th India-EU summit scheduled for January 27 in New Delhi. In a significant diplomatic gesture, European Commission President Ursula von Leyen and European Council President Antonio Costa will attend India's Republic Day celebrations on January 26 as chief guests. Describing India as indispensable for Europe's economic resilience, Kallas emphasized that the two largest democracies must become more ambitious partners. Beyond defense, the partnership will facilitate a new information security agreement, allowing for the smooth exchange of classified information.
In a few days, the European Union and India will meet in New Delhi for the 16th EU-India summit. This is a pivotal moment for our bilateral relationship, with renewed political momentum and clear sense of purpose. Preparations are advancing well, though I must say not without challenges. Work has been coordinated and focused, and cooperation with Indian partners has been productive. Negotiations on the joint statement and the new strategic agenda have been driven by determination and understanding on both sides that this summit must deliver, taking into account the geopolitical landscape. The EU and India are moving closer together at the time when the rules-based international order is under unprecedented pressure through wars, coercion and economic fragmentation. Two major democracies cannot afford to hesitate. We must become more ambitious partners. Europe and India share a responsibility to uphold international law and the UN Charter and adopt the multilateral system so that it works also in the 21st century and beyond. The summit will adopt a new joint EU-India comprehensive strategic agenda, setting our course towards 2030. Leaders will endorse concrete deliverables that move our partnerships from words to actions. Three stand out. First, we aim to conclude negotiations on the EU-India Free Trade Agreement. This deal will open markets, remove barriers and strengthen critical supply chains in clean technologies, pharmaceuticals and semiconductors. Second, today we agreed to move forward with the signature of a new EU-India security and defence partnership in areas like maritime security, cybersecurity and counterterrorism. We will also launch negotiations on a security of information agreement. In a more dangerous world, we will both gain from working closer together. We also intend to conclude a memorandum of understanding on comprehensive framework on cooperation on mobility. This will facilitate movement for seasonal workers, students, researchers and highly skilled professionals while promoting research and innovation. Honourable members, these deliverables reflect our shared priorities. Our on prosperity and the clean transition, the EU is already one of India's largest trading partners. And India is becoming indispensable to Europe's economic resilience. Our clean energy and climate partnership links climate ambition with industrial competitiveness. We cooperate on renewables, green hydrogen and sustainable manufacturing. On technology and security, the EU-India Trade and Technology Council is shaping cooperation on artificial intelligence, semiconductors, cybersecurity and digital infrastructure. The goal is simple but strategic. To embed trusted standards that shape global markets rather than to react to them. In the Indo-Pacific and beyond, Europe and India can help anchor stability by defending open sea lanes, strengthening maritime domain awareness, and resisting coercion in all of its forms. Honourable members, this summit matters for what it sets in motion, a more ambitious, more operational EU-India partnership. We have an opportunity to turn political momentum into progress for our citizens, for our companies, our economies, and also upholding rules-based order on which our security and prosperity depend. Thank you very much.
Grazie, Vicepresidente. Iniziamo il dibattito.
Meanwhile, President Donald Trump warned big retaliation if European countries dumped key holdings of U.S. Treasury bonds to pressure Washington as temperatures fluctuated over the future of Greenland. However, he acknowledged that European countries had notable holdings of U.S. Treasury securities. The American president has repeatedly said that the United States, the key force in NATO, deserves Greenland, as it would be forced to defend the island against Russia or China. Neither of those countries holds any claim to the territory. More recently, Trump threats to impose tariffs on European countries for not going along with his demand to get Greenland rattled global markets. But at the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland, Trump on Wednesday backed down on threats to seize Greenland by force from ally Denmark and lifted the threat of sanctions against European nations. For now, some observers believe that Europe has economic leverage in the situation, as European NATO countries hold more than $2 trillion of U.S. treasuries. If Canada were included, the figure rises to around $3 trillion according to U.S. government data. A frustrated association of Kohima Municipal Wards Council has demanded that the Chief Minister of Nagaland acknowledge the urgency of building up the state's forensic capabilities. A copy of a letter addressed to the Chief Minister received here on Friday, January 23rd, questioned the government on how many robbers, rapists, murderers and repeat offenders would escape detection or conviction due to compromised evidence and delayed forensic response. As prime example of the government's neglect of this crucial capability, the association referred to the September 24, 2025 death of a police constable from a gunshot injury at approximately 6:23 a.m., noting that forensic investigators arrived only late in the afternoon. Likewise, the October 25, 2025 murder of a young woman at Allministers Hill Ward was cited. The incident was reported to the police as early as 7 a.m. but forensic personnel had to be mobilized from Dimapur and reached the crime scene only after 2 p.m. In both cases, families and the public were subjected to uncertainty and trauma because Kohima lacks any functional forensic units, the association said. Further, the association noted the much publicized inauguration of a so-called upgraded forensic science laboratory in Dimapur in September 2018. Despite this and repeated claims of creating 9 scientific posts, not a single regular scientific officer or assistant has been recruited, the association stated. Nearly 8 years later, the laboratory survives on debuted personnel, it said. The association also noted that core forensic divisions are crippled or non-functional, while costly equipment lies idle and unusable for want of qualified operators. This situation persists despite the availability of qualified Naga forensic professionals ranging from diploma holders to PhD scholars, the association stated. The association has called upon the Chief Minister to personally intervene and order time-bound measures, including the immediate full operationalization of the Forensic Science Laboratory in Dimapur, the establishment of a functional laboratory in Kohima, and institutionalization of district-level forensic response. Take a short break. Keep watching.
यूपी में ग्रीन मोबिलिटी को नई रफ्तार, निवेश और रोजगार के अवसर अपार। यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी की प्रेरणा और माननीय मुख्यमंत्री योगी आदित्यनाथ जी के दृढ़ संकल्पों से उत्तर प्रदेश इलेक्ट्रिक वाहनों के विकास में अग्रणी राज्य बन चुका है। नोएडा और ग्रेटर नोएडा में ऑटो कंपोनेंट और बैटरी इकाइयों के विकास के साथ 2400 सार्वजनिक चार्जिंग स्टेशन स्थापित किए गए, जिसके परिणाम स्वरूप दिसंबर 2025 तक यूपी में लगभग 15 लाख इलेक्ट्रिक वाहन पंजीकृत हुए और वित्त वर्ष 2024-25 में यूपी में इलेक्ट्रिक वाहनों को अपनाने की दर हुई 10%। राजधानी लखनऊ में नया ईवी मैन्युफैक्चरिंग प्लांट शुरू हुआ है, जहां इलेक्ट्रिक बसें और छोटे कमर्शियल वाहन बनाए जाएंगे। आज हरित मार्गों पर 750 से भी ज्यादा ई बसें संचालित होती हैं और उत्तर प्रदेश इलेक्ट्रिक वाहनों के मैन्युफैक्चरिंग के वैश्विक केंद्र के रूप में स्थापित हो रहा है। हरित राहों पर बढ़ता प्रदेश, आत्मनिर्भर उत्तर प्रदेश।
Gauri bal pra kiniga dongor hoi jane bole monase. Gauri kane spunky kuigina dana introduce kriasi. Kuntu bal pra saigina gauri ge nutrition digina dongor banabule nimide ola lagasi. Itudo Messrs. Didi Poultry Khatkati Karbi Anglong Assam kuntu check kedo sordiasi tade pai jabo.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome back. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Friday flagged off 4 new trains, including 3 Amrit Bharat Express trains and 1 passenger train, and laid the foundation stone and inaugurated various developmental projects in Kerala's capital city, Thiruvananthapuram. Addressing a public gathering here as Kerala heads into assembly election mode, PM Modi said that the central government's efforts for development of Kerala have got a boost in rail connectivity has been strengthened in Kerala today. He also spoke about the initiative that has been taken to make Thiruvananthapuram as startup hub of the country. He launched a PM Swaniti credit card and dispersed PM Swaniti loans to 1 lakh beneficiaries. The projects span key sectors including rail connectivity, urban livelihoods, science and innovation, citizen-centric services and advanced healthcare. Reflecting the Prime Minister's continued focus on inclusive growth, technological advancement and improved quality of life for citizens.
केरला के विकास के लिए केंद्र सरकार के प्रयासों को नई गति मिली है। आज से केरला में रेल कनेक्टिविटी और सशक्त हुई है। तिरुवनंतपुरम को देश का बड़ा स्टार्टअप हब बनाने के लिए पहल हुई है। आज केरला से पूरे देश के लिए गरीब कल्याण से जुड़ी एक बड़ी शुरुआत भी हो रही है। आज पीएम स्वनिधि क्रेडिट कार्ड लॉन्च किया गया है। इससे देश भर के रेहड़ी, ठेले, फुटपाथ पर काम करने वाले साथियों को लाभ होगा। मैं विकास की, रोजगार निर्माण की इन सभी योजनाओं के लिए केरला की जनता को, देशवासियों को बहुत बहुत बधाई देता हूं।
കേരളത്തിന്റെ വികസനത്തിനായി കേന്ദ്ര സർക്കാർ നടത്തുന്ന പരിശ്രമങ്ങൾക്ക് ഇന്നൊരു പുതിയ ദിശാബോധം.
एंडे सुहृतगढ़े विकसित भारत बनाने के लिए आज पूरा देश एकजुट होकर प्रयास कर रहा है। विकसित भारत के निर्माण में हमारे शहरों की बहुत बड़ी भूमिका है। बीते 11 वर्षों से केंद्र सरकार अर्बन इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर पर बहुत निवेश कर रही है। सुहृदगढ़े केंद्र सरकार शहर के गरीब परिवारों के लिए भी बहुत काम कर रही है। पीएम आवास योजना के तहत देश में 4 करोड़ से अधिक घर बनाकर गरीबों को दिए गए हैं। इनमें शहरी गरीबों के लिए 1 करोड़ से अधिक घर बनाए गए हैं। केरला के करीब 1.25 लाख शहरी गरीबों को भी उनका पक्का घर मिला है।
പ്രിയപ്പെട്ടവരെ,
The Delhi Police Special Cell has registered an FIR against 6 for Justice SFJ terrorist Gurpadwan Singh Panun for allegedly issuing threats to create unrest in the national capital ahead of Republic Day on January 26. The case has been registered under sections 196 promoting enmity, 197 imputations prejudicial to national integration, 152 acts endangering sovereignty, unity and integrity of India, and 61 criminal conspiracy of the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita (BNS). According to police sources, Panun recently released a video on social media claiming that his sleeper cells had put up pro-Khalistan posters in Rohini and Dabri areas of the national capital. However, following verification, the special cell has so far not found any pro-Khalistani posters at the locations mentioned by Panun. That's all we have for now. Keep watching Hornbill TV. Good night.